Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, my name is Marc McGuire, and this evening I've asked Eric and Karina to join me from the audience. Now, Eric, lately I've been playing around with extrasensory perception. Just giving little tests to myself and my friends to see if we could detect any psychic powers. Now, I should tell you, based on the tests I've taken so far, I'm pretty sure I do not have extrasensory perception. But I've discovered that the two jokers, I'm talking about the jokers in a deck of cards, they do have psychic powers. Now, this may come as a surprise because a lot of people have the impression that the jokers just spend the entire day riding around on these bicycles. But in fact, the jokers are employed full time as psychic forensic detectives. Now, to demonstrate their psychic powers, Eric, we need to give them a crime to solve. And I'd like you to help me select the criminal. All right?
All right.
So I will run my thumb down the deck. You just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. Okay. This card will represent a famous jewel thief. All right? In fact, you can show the jewel thief to the audience and to Karina so they can help you remember the identity.
Excellent.
Okay, everyone got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, just tell me when to stop again.
Stop.
Right there. Okay, drop the jewel thief on top. Now, the deck of cards is going to represent a large city like Oakland, where the jewel thief is going from house to house looking for jewels to steal. Now, for the two detectives, the challenge is to find the jewel thief and then arrest him. So the one starts at this end of the city, and the other detective starts at the other end of the city. So they're separated by 20 or 30 blocks. Now, the two detectives know the jewel thief is somewhere in the middle of the city, but they don't know exactly where. But when I snap my fingers, that's their signal to start searching for the jewel thief. They move through the city up and down, searching for the thief. Now, normally it takes them only 15 minutes to find the jewel thief. Only 15 minutes. Okay, but I can see this group doesn't have that kind of time. So let's see if we can speed it up. There we go. Let's see how they're doing so far. Whoa, look at this, Karina. Is it my imagination or did they get closer together?
Closer and closer.
They are closer together, and it looks like they're concentrating on these suspects right here. All right, let's give them a little more time. They move up and down the city looking for the jewel thief. That should be enough. Let's see how they're doing now. What? Look at that. They got closer together. And it looks like they've narrowed the choice down to this suspect right here. What was the name of the jewel thief, Eric?
The Ace of Spades.
The Ace of Spades. Are you
Yeah.
certain? All right, because even the best detectives can make mistakes. But tonight, it looks like they got the right guy. Now, Eric, you look like the kind of guy who would like to try this at home. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me give you a little hint or a tip or two. When you do this at home, the two detectives can work even faster if they're placed back to back, all right? Because this way, they can see in both directions or two directions at the same time. Now, for this to work, though, you need to fasten them together. Do you have something we could use to fasten them, like a paper clip?
No.
No? How about Scotch tape?
No.
No? Or a little glue? Do you have? I don't know. You don't have
I don't have any.
that either. Okay. Don't worry about it. I may have something. Yeah. This will work just fine. Want to hang on to that? Now, when you fasten the detectives together, you want to make sure that they remain balanced, okay? And may I have the
Yeah, sure.
stapler? To keep them balanced, you want to put that staple as close as possible to the middle of the detective. All right. Now that the detectives can see in both directions at the same time, we'll place them back into the city, and with a snap of the fingers, they will now attempt to find the second jewel thief in a very surprising fashion. There they go. Hold on a minute. Did you select the second jewel thief?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my fault. I'll tell you what. I'll run my thumb down the deck. You just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. Okay. This card will represent the second jewel thief. Okay? So forget about the first guy. Just remember this one. All right? And Karina, you can have a look as well. All right. Now, as I was saying, the detectives are going back into the center of the city. And now, with a snap of the fingers, they will attempt to find the second jewel thief in a very surprising fashion. There they go, moving up and down the city. Now, they can search faster now because they can see in two directions at the same time. Okay, that should be enough time. Let's see how they're doing. Whoa! Look at this, Eric. I can't believe it. They've moved all the way down to that end of the city, and they've stopped right next to this suspect. What was the name of the second jewel thief?
The Four of Clubs.
The Four of Clubs. Now, would it surprise you if the detective stopped right next to the Four of Clubs?
No.
It wouldn't. All right, that's okay, because that's not the surprise. No, the surprise is this is not the jewel thief, but rather it's one of the detectives. Because when he caught the jewel thief, he handcuffed him to the other detective.
Wow.
And Eric, I would like you to verify for the audience that the staple completely penetrates both cards.
Oh, yeah.
And when you get done, would you hand it to Karina so that she can also verify that
Here we go.
the staple completely penetrates both cards? All right.
Completely.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a round of applause for the psychic detective. Now, Karina, I mentioned a minute or two ago that I've been giving little tests to my friends to see if we could detect any psychic powers. Would you like to take such a test?
With pleasure.
Great. I think you'll do really well.
Me too.
Now, these tests for extrasensory perception were originally developed by a fellow named Joseph Rhine back at Duke University in the 1920s. And Dr. Rhine used special cards. They were printed with circles and squares and little wavy lines. But you can do the same thing at home with an ordinary deck of cards. You're just trying to guess whether the color of the card is red or black. For example, without looking at the card, just guessing, is this a black card or a red card? Now, Karina, you have no idea of the order of these cards, do you? You
No
didn't
idea
attempt
at all.
to memorize the order when...
No.
Okay. Now, just to make sure, though, I'm going to shuffle the cards. And this way, if you happen to notice the location of one or two cards, you'll still have no idea of the order. Okay?
No idea. Mm-hmm.
All right. Without looking at the cards, I'd like you to guess whether this first card is a black card or a red card.
Black.
Black, okay.
Red. Black. Red. Black, black, black.
Okay.
Red. Red. Black, black. Red, red. Black. Red. Black, black.
Now, I should tell you, Dr. Ryan back at Duke University, he felt that he got the best results in this test if you say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't think too long, okay?
Black. 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 Red, red. Black. Black.
Now, just to make it more spontaneous, I want you to take the deck into your own hands, and if you feel a card is black, deal it in this pile. And if you feel the card is red, just deal it in this pile. And keep the cards down low so Eric can't see them and give you any kind of a hint, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Black, 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 black. Red, 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 red. Black, black, red, red. Black, black.
And remember, there's about the
Black,
same number in each.
black, red, red, red. Black, red, black, red.
Okay, very good. Now, before we see how you did, I'd like to ask you one question. When you were dealing the cards into this pile, you must have felt that they were mostly red. Is that right?
Right.
Now, was that a strong feeling or a weak feeling?
Strong feeling.
It was a strong feeling.
Very
All
strong
right.
feeling. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, look, the bottom card is the Ace of Hearts, so you got at least one right. Now, when you dealt cards into this pile, you must have felt that they were black. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Now, was that feeling as powerful as with the reds, or was it more powerful?
It was more powerful.
It was more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with the blacks. All right. Well, let's see how you did with the blacks. There, you got one, another, and another. All right. Now, Dr. Ryan, back in the 1920s, he felt that 3 in a row was a sign of extrasensory perception, even though statistically it's not that unusual. Now on the reds over here, let's see how you did. We saw you got one, another, and another.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now that's more unusual to get 3 in each color. All right, let's see if you got any more blacks. Yep, there's another, 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 and another, and another. I guess we count jokers as black.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have red, 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 black, 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 black. You know, I don't think I've seen anything quite like this, Karina.
Me neither. Oh.
I'll tell you what. Before you came here tonight, did you realize you had this power? No?
I'm not sure, but
You
maybe a little
you
bit,
had
yeah.
some inkling you had this power. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see how you did with the rest of the blacks. Holy cow!
Wow.
Look at this. This is really remarkable, Karina. 100%, and the reds. Look at that. The same thing, ladies and gentlemen. 100% correct. Karina, I'm not sure what you're going to do with the next part of your career, but you might consider doing something in the stock market. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for this amazing demonstration of extrasensory perception. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.